Hey team, Coach Stephanie here with your cool down of the week. We got 5 stretches for you to do throughout this week. And if you feel like you need to stay in one stretch longer than another, as you get more comfortable with this series, please feel free to do that so that you get the most out of this. So we're going to start on our back in a reclined hamstring stretch. And so we're going to lay flat. Right leg is going to stay extended on the floor, and then the left leg will go up. We can grab the back of the left thigh, the knee, whatever we can, and just create a little bit of tension in that left foot by curling the left toes towards the shin. We're just going to stay here for a couple breaths, just kind of feeling for the tension in the upper part of the hamstrings. Good, and let's go ahead and just gently switch. So extending your left leg onto the floor, and then now our right leg comes up. Give that right foot a gentle flex towards the shin so you get a little bit more tension through the calf as well. And just try to find a smooth breath through the nose, easy breathing, and just allow that breath to help relax the body, focus the mind, and help these stretches feel a little bit easier. Good, and we'll just go ahead and gently release that. And the next step, we're coming onto our belly for a cactus. So we'll just go ahead and sit up, and then we're going to flip over, coming to the belly. And we're going to start with this left arm so that you can kind of just see the angle that I'm starting at. So the angle for our cactus, if you saw it on the belly, would be so that I've got this right angle with my arm and my elbows in line with my shoulder, hand in line with my elbow. So this is the starting position. Now, that may be, for you, not quite what you're looking for, so feel free to kind of go up with the elbow. We can go out wide, straight arm. But from here, we'll roll to the outer left hip. That top leg will come up and over. And then my right hand is kind of pushing into the ground to help give me a little bit of extra leverage to support this position. So if your left shoulder is getting a good stretch, then great, we stay here. If not, we can kind of move that arm into a position where we feel the stretch in the front of the shoulder. Breathing through here, just a couple more breaths. Good. And let's come back through center. So roll to the belly and then other side. So set up your right arm. First, set it up in the cactus position. So elbow in line with the shoulder, hand in line with the elbow for that kind of right angle. And then as we roll to the outer right hip, decide if you need to move that right arm a bit to find the good stretch in the front of the shoulder. We're going to push into that left palm to get a good stretch. And go ahead and release that. And then we're going to come into a reclined quad stretch. So go ahead and come up to a seat. And we're going to start with the right leg first. So we extend the legs out in front and then take this right leg and this right foot and kind of bring it behind you. Okay. And then from here, this left leg can be straight out in front. And we'll just start by putting the hands back behind us. So you might feel a little bit of a starting stretch in the front of the quad. If you've got more room today, we can drop back all the way to the forearms. And we're just going to breathe into this stretch, feeling that big quad stretch, and just trying to take this right hip and kind of anchor it down towards the ground so it's a little bit more even in this position. Good. And then we'll gently come out of that. And then swing your left or your right leg in front, and then your left foot comes behind. Okay. And again, start by trying to even out the hips. Just drop that left hip down just a bit, and then start to bring the hands behind you. Check to make sure this is a good position, and then if you need more, you can drop to the forearms or all the way back onto your back if you feel you've got the space today. All right, and then from here, we'll just gently bring ourselves out of that, unwind the legs. And then next up, we're coming into a calf stretch. So we'll go ahead and stand, and maybe we can find a wall or like the rig post or something that you can put your foot on. And simple calf stretch, we're gonna go heel on the floor, toe on the rig. And then from here, our whole body, our whole hips just kind of pushes forward to help kind of elongate the back of the leg there. And then we can put some weight into the big toe of that right foot, feel kind of the stretch travel to the inner edge of the calf, and then over to like the pinky toe, and then you'll feel the outer side. And just kind of play around with the pressure in the toes to get the stretch that you need. And go ahead and releasing that, and then other side. So heel on the floor, toe on the rig, and then pushing the hips forward. And then creating that pressure through the big toe and the pinky toe to just feel the best stretch, right? Like you want the best intensity you can in this position while also being able to breathe. Good. And we'll go ahead and just gently release that. And then we got one final stretch for you guys today, child's pose side stretch. So let's come back to the mat. We'll drop down to the knees. So toes together, knees will be apart. We're going to come into child's pose first, and then we'll go over to the right side to begin. So we're walking the hands out in front. And then from here, hands walk over to the right side, like 2 o'clock or so. And then you're going to reach with this left hand just a bit more. That left hand reach is how you feel that long stretch through the left side. And then from here, left hip will anchor down towards the left heel. So you've got that competing pull through the fingertips and the drop of the left hip to create that space through the side body. Good, and walking the hands through center and over to the other side. So reaching now a little bit more with the right hand. Hips are dropping down towards the right heel, and you're just feeling that right side get super long, create some space. And walking the hands through center and back to the seat. You guys are all set for the day. Like I said earlier, feel free to stay in these stretches longer, especially as you get more comfortable throughout the week. And enjoy, and we'll see you next time.